So this time it wasn't an accident. This time I kind of purposely thought of not recording anymore. But then I thought to myself, what a fool are you? Why are you not recording this? This is like memories, and this is if people want to listen to it. So I'm going to do another sum up. If I miss a session, I will sum up all the important things that you need to know. So what you most likely had remembered from the last one is that there was a orc that is in our team that was parted from our group for the time being, but heading towards our way, and met with someone that asked for Rosemary, my grandma. And he said, yeah, I'm actually heading towards her now. Do you want to join me? No, thank you. I will meet her when she races back to Bellinox. Let her know I'm there. All right. So he met up with the group, he let her know, and she got pale. That's where we left off last. We actually lost the orc to our team because he in our group is now not joining us anymore. Sadly, but still, it's up to him. I mean, he's still a good friend. He just has another thing he's doing in the time being. So I just left the group. But we did get a new person in the group. She's actually a bard. She's the replacement bard, actually. So we went inside the cave, and it turns out to be a tomb. The first room is smallish, and there's two Valkyrie statues. And then through the next door in front of us, there's a bit of a hallway it's lined from left and right wall all the way down the hallway with statues. And each one is marked as if it were a grave with the names and the ranks of fallen soldiers of the past that helped guard, defend, fight for said purpose. And in the center of the room, at the far end, not only is there a door at the other end, but there's also a pedestal with a war horn or something on it. It's a horn. So while the group was going around trying to figure out what we have to do and want to leave the horn for like last resort, I said in text, not in verbal, that I snuck up to the horn and blew into it. And then all the statues somewhat came to life and started turning towards the voice at the door saying, "Prepare for battle!" And all the statues said, "Huzzah! On to battle!" And everyone was just panicking and blaming me for blowing the horn. And then the door opened and the statues laid to rest. I did good. It's an idea I wanted that I thought might be from a video I saw of someone saying one of their sessions were saying there's this altar in the middle of the room, a door, and then when you someone pressed the button in the altar, the doors started counting down from 10 to 1. But as it got closer to 1, like 4, 3, the symbols, the numbers turned yellow. And when it got to 2, 1, they turned red, and the room was getting darker. Someone slapped the button to restart it, and this goes on for quite a while until they went, okay, we have to just let it run and see what happens. Prepare for war, everyone. An ambush. And once it got down to 3, 2, 1, the lights turned on and the door opened. That was it. So I was going, maybe that's what the situation might be. So that's why I just went to the blowing the war horn just to see. And I was right. So we all went through to the next room. And in the next room, there was 4 giant statues. Not just big statues. They were actually statues of giants. 4 of them. The room was littered like a battlefield happened. There was a barricade against the far wall. Just like it was barricade scenery for a castle or something. And there's a ballista with lots of bolts on the ground. And a door at the far end. And while everyone was trying to look around and set things up just in case these statues came to life and actually attacked, I went into the room, rolled a sneakiness, succeeded, grabbed the horn, and came in the room and blew, just because. And then the statues came to life and started slapping everyone around with heavy, pretty much almost one-hit KO shots. They were so mad at me and disappointed in me because I was being so reckless. Then after everyone was getting pummeled into a corner, Bastion, which is our ranger, and his hound was out in the field or hiding away because these are stone giants, like statue giants. They're made of stone, so hound teeth and claws won't do squat. He manned the ballista and started loading up ballista shots, which took him 2 turns, mind you, because he's loading it. And then next turn, he shot one. Just took out a statue in one shot. This is what we're supposed to be doing, apparently. Since I didn't have any combat spells, not yet anyways, I'll get some more in the future, but I chose to take my turn to load the ballista shots, or he chose to load the ballista shot and asked me to fire it. I did roll, and I had a lucky roll that time, because then I shot one down. Second time it came around, he loaded it, I shot, missed, and hit a friend, which pretty much did a ton of damage. No one died in this encounter, by the way, except for the statues. But I went, okay, maybe I'll load it. I'll load it, you shoot. So far, and so on and so forth, we destroyed all of them, and everyone started tending to their wounds. And 2 to 3 people came to me and started just being upset with me. Especially Geralt, which is the guard on our team. He disliked me so much already. So he's extra not liking me. Of course, just to let you know, the person that's playing this character does not hate me. This is role-playing. So eventually we went in the next room, but this room said that the room is for the king, the fighter one-on-one, so like that. And there's a room to the side that says, and 3 shall fall, or something like that. The GM said this was actually meant for someone that is not here with us today. So, yeah. One of our players could not join our party. So, everyone wanted to turn around and come back later. But I was curious about that other room. So I wanted to go there, but because of all the things that I did already, Geralt, the guard, grabbed my shoulder and said, no more from you. We're going. Nothing more from you. Those of you that have just jumped in this video, how dare you? Go back and watch some things so you get more filled in. I know they're long videos, but still. This is a sum up for those that already know some things. I am a child. I'm 13. And this is where I'm going through my belligerent age. Because I'm being judged and called out and all this stuff, so and I'm deep heart demon, I'm a child, so no one really cares for what I am or who I am right now. So I just got fed up with it and just started rebelling. And so I just cast a spell at him to make him forget or so like that, to get out of his hands, and ran into the room to see what's in there. Everyone is panicking because I'm a kid and they're scared that I'm going to get myself killed. Or anyone else killed, like last room. In that room, the GM said there's 2 stashes of gold that look like it's mostly been taken, and 2 empty chests, and a hole in the wall with blood spilling out of it, and a mangled corpse. So my grandma was saying, Baron, step out of there. I do not want to see you die. I don't want you to hurt. Come with me. Let's get out of there. And Geralt said, I'm going to go in there and grab him and pull him out, even if he's kicking and screaming. So I chose to web him with my casting spell and ran out of there crying, thinking, no one likes me. Just that's my character's thought pattern right now. Because of all that people have been saying, what he's been saying at me, the guard, Geralt, my character just broke down, ran out, met up with the lady and her deceased father, by the way, which, I'm sorry I passed that. While we were done with the statues, they head back just to see how things are going. The barmaid or bartender lady, her father, you remember the one from last session, we were following the old man to this place because he's wandering. He passed away in the beginning room. And so the statues in that room, the two Valkyries, started lighting up and faced towards the fallen old man. And the fallen old man's body started like magically evaporating, and then a statue started forming magically in the next room, the hallway of heroes. I can just call it. And he was added to the mini. So yeah. Now that I filled you in on that, sorry for missing that. Then I met up with her when I ran out of the tomb, and she was wondering why I'm crying. She's crying too because her father just passed. I told her how I felt and how I feel like everyone just hates me. I try to help. I know I make mistakes, but is it just because I'm demon? Is it because such and such? I forgot all the things I said, but mainly I was just breaking down in front of her. Eventually they caught up and then say, let's just go home. We'll talk about this tomorrow or when we get back. So we did. When we got back home, pretty much everyone started splitting up to end the session, and Grandma said, okay, why don't you just go home for now and I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? I want you to know I do love you. I was just worried about you. And so pretty much we parted that ways, with me, of course, having a heart-to-heart with her, but I don't remember all the conversation. So mainly I went home and she went home, but as the sun was going down, she held back as much as possible before she went into their house, because she remembered that her old-time friend from a long time ago is going to be there. She opened the door, and there she sits on a chair in her living room with Uglug, if you remember who he is. He's the Cobalt friend that stays with Grandma. And he's asleep in the corner. She says, you're home. I already got acquainted with your friend here. Now, I want you to tell me, where is he? I'm not going to tell you, says Grandma. What? He's about 13 years old by now, right? Tell me, where is my son? Everyone in our team just went into shock and surprise, going, "Oh!" So we're all excited for this next session. I swear I'm going to record it. I'm going to definitely put love and care into editing and cutting out anything that's too much fluff. But still, that's pretty much where it left off. With her saying, "You are going to come with me. You are going to show me where he is. And you're going to look him in the eye when I tell him what you did." That's the sum up from the last one. Yes, it's not the whole 3 hours of us talking, chatting, but this does sum up. It's actually quite helpful for me. Like, it's easier for me to do this, but I sure would love to have had record and edit and put in all the things necessary for us to enjoy and for me to relive and for you to hear all that happened. No more fluff right now. Thank you guys for listening to this sum up. Stay tuned for the next session. Until I see you guys again, have a great day, everyone.